Join us as we explore modern Japan's most colorful topics. Catch Japan. Coming up on today's program. Noto Peninsula in central Japan is still recovering from a recent earthquake, with its people working diligently. This segment explores the region's traditional industries and food culture that makes the most of its natural beauty.
Please come to Wajima. お願いします。
Daisetsuzan National Park is located in Hokkaido, northern Japan. Journey amidst the 2,000-meter mountains. Experience woodworking and learn about the unique culture of its indigenous peoples. Proper temperature control is a major challenge in the shipping of fresh seafood. A new temperature control system using smartphones and scanned codes may be the solution. Tatara is a traditional Japanese steel-making method. This segment introduces the cutting-edge steel production sites that carry on its spirit.
タタラも私たちも生産工程こそ違えど最高峰の素材を生み出すという信念を持っています。
Post-disaster Noto welcomes back visitors.
The Noto Peninsula is in Ishikawa Prefecture in central Japan. Once you're there, a great way to get around is to rent a car. Be sure to obtain an international driving permit before you arrive in Japan. This is Wajima, a quiet city on the coast. In 2024, the Noto Peninsula was hit hard by two terrible disasters: a huge earthquake on New Year's Day, and in September, torrential rain and flooding. Among the industries affected was lacquerware.
細かくすると133工程あると言われています。一つのボールを作るのにだいたい6ヶ月ぐらいかかります。
Wajima lacquerware reflects a deep understanding of natural materials. An undercoat of locally sourced powdered clay contributes to one of its defining features: durability.
震災の後もまず他の素材のものは全部壊れちゃったんですが、輪島塗だけが残ったですね。
Another key factor in the durability of Wajima lacquerware is this process. Lacquer is pasted over strips of cotton, which are then applied to the bowl.
漆、製作していく上での自分の子供を育ててるような感覚ですね。
震災の後、心がボロボロになった時、ここにあったかいお湯を入れて飲んだ時、ものすごく落ち着きました。
These pieces forge a bond between the community and the world of nature. Lacquer is used for more than just tableware. Most of the wood surfaces at this hotel are coated in lacquer, and the interior exudes gleaming elegance and comforting warmth. At the time of the earthquake, guests from Spain were among those staying here. The owner remembers one of them in particular.
助け合うということには積極的に参加されるような方だったんですよ。
And their host helped his Spanish guests in turn just 4 days after the disaster.
お泊まりいただいたお客様の生命は守るというのが私たちの宿命だと考えてましたので、6時間ほどかかりましたけども、それでもなんとか金沢まで届けることができましたので。
Kanazawa is the nearest big city, and the journey normally takes 90 minutes. For his valiant efforts, Tanaka was sent an official thanks by the Spanish embassy. This new restaurant serves dishes featuring locally sourced ingredients. Ikehata Toshiya's previous restaurant was destroyed in the earthquake.
水もない 電気もない、インフラが全部ダメになってる中で、僕らができることは食を作ることだなと、町を助けるために各店舗の冷蔵庫をもう瓦礫の中から食材を引っ張り出して、それで毎日だいたい1500から2000食っていう食事を半年間こう作ったんですけどね。朝市は全部燃えちゃったんですけど、そこに1本木があるんですよ。でその木も真っ黒に燃えたんですけど、その震災が1月だったんですけど、4月ぐらいにちょっと燃えた木でもちょっと緑のプスがちょっと出てて、なんかすごく感動したんです僕。
The morning market itself is battling back. These days, it is operating inside a local shopping plaza. The market is a symbol of community resilience.
やっぱりね、地震起きた時はもうダメかと本当に頭真っ白になってダメかなと思ったけど、こんなことに負けとったらダメやなと思って。スルメイカ。
The morning market is a showcase of natural ingredients and traditional food processing.
お魚を開いて三枚おろしにしまして、お醤油とあとお砂糖ちょっと入れて30分ほど漬け込むかな。
Are there many international visitors?
そうですね、ここになってからはちょっと少ないですけど、前の朝市の時は結構増えてきてたんです。で増えてきてたなーって感じで英語の勉強とかもしてたんですけど。
イワシ立派ですね。大きいですよね。
これサバなんです。去年はちょっと海みんなあれして、今年はねワカメちょっとなってるみたいですよ。
Mori Sayaka will soon be reopening a small guest house and resuming her seaweed gathering tours.
Just after the earthquake, the land rose 5.5 meters. And then 9 months later, small streams flooded, and we have lots of trees and mud coming from the small stream to the ocean. We couldn't find any seaweed, any sea creatures.
But now, life is returning.
Actually, we have lots of types of seaweed from December to maybe April. Noto community is still welcoming. I would love lots of foreigners come to Noto.
海に海藻を取りに行ったりとか、そういうものを取ってきて食事に取り入れるっていう文化が今も根付いています。
What is the future of Noto Peninsula tourism?
観光資源自体もすごく傷ついたっていうところがあります。震災前というか、もっと前の観光としては名所を巡るような団体のツアーとかがすごく多かったんですけども、そうじゃなくてやっぱり来られる、人数も限られてくるので、もっと深く地域の文化とかそういった価値を理解していただいて体感していただけるような個人の方向けの観光にシフトしていくんじゃないかなと思ってます。本当に心の温かい方が多くて、本当にウェルカムで受け入れてくれると思いますので、そういった心を通じる旅にぜひ来てもらいたいなと思います。
プリームカムトゥ輪島お願いします。
From Haneda Airport, you can fly to Noto or Komatsu in about an hour. The nearest Shinkansen bullet train stop is Kanazawa, less than 2.5 hours from Tokyo.
Daisetsuzan National Park's natural and cultural blessings.
Welcome to Daisetsuzan National Park in Hokkaido. It's roughly 2.5 hours by a plane and car ride from Tokyo. Daisetsuzan is the collective name for the 2,000-meter high mountains in the area. Stefan Thorgerson from Iceland is traveling to Mount Asahidake, the symbol of Daisetsuzan National Park and the highest peak in Hokkaido. At the visitor center, he meets his guide, Song Dong-hon.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Heading out, they climb into a ropeway car. They get a bird's-eye view of the autumn foliage as it brings them to the 1,600-meter midway point in approximately 10 minutes. Right outside the station is a volcanic landscape.
こちらが最高峰朝日岳。標高が2291メートルですごく雄大な パノラマが見られるところになります。
すごい景色。
And now, the trek begins. The ground is covered with a hardy alpine plant called Siberian dwarf pine.
ハイマツにいろいろな野鳥たちがですね、こう巣を作って生活してます。
Surrounded by the rare volcanic landscape, they walk on until they reach a large body of water, Sugatami no Ike Pond.
青くて綺麗ですね。
そうですね。こちらは制限がないので、溜まった雪水と雨水だけでこうできていて、いろいろミネラル成分がいっぱい入っていて、ちょっと青く見えるかなと思います。
Sugatami is an old Japanese word for mirror. On clear days, it reflects the mountain on its surface. As they descend, they discover a carpet of Aleutian avens in autumn colors.
こう下は鮮やかな赤色でですね、上は実が飛ばされて綿毛の白い状態ですね。白いひげのようになってます。
そうですね。
Some observation decks on Mount Asahidake offer magnificent views of the vast landscape below.
山に囲まれている旭川市がちょっとあそこの方面にあるんですけれども、すごく良質な木の樹林帯に囲まれていて、木材がですね、家具とか木工に使われておりまして、旭川市はもう世界でも有名なそういう家具の産地ですね。
Stefan visits the city of furniture that Song mentioned. Products made in this region using wood from the Daisetsuzan range are called Asahikawa furniture.
Wow, lots of beautiful chairs, really nice design.
Asahikawa furniture is known for its sophisticated designs that utilize the wood's qualities. Stefan is going to try making chopsticks at a woodworking workshop.
いろいろな材料がありまして、こっちが比較的柔らかくて、こっちがちょっと硬めの木材になっています。
First, he uses a plane to shave the wood.
こっちに平らを保つようにしてあげて、はい。あ、そうですね、そんな感じで。
The pieces are then carefully sanded down and shaped.
It's a very detailed work, but it's really relaxing.
The final step is to rub them down with walnut oil.
これで完成です。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。お疲れ様です。
素晴らしいです。なんか全然違うものになってました。Really beautiful color, and these are coming home with me.
Finally, Stefan visits a facility established to share the culture of the indigenous Kamikawa Ainu people, who have long coexisted with the nature of Daisetsuzan. Displays of garments and everyday items provide a glimpse into their way of life.
大雪山っていうのは旭川に暮らしているアイヌにとっては一番ね、カムイのいる世界に近い場所ということで、神々が遊ぶには歌ったり踊ったりして楽しんでいると、そういった場所というふうにも言われてます。
One of their songs is about Daisetsuzan.
大雪山から湧き出たものが雲になって、その雲の上で神様が金の小魚で遊んでいるよっていうような意味なんです。歌ってみますね。
はい、お願いします。
おったてしけプルプルけにしくるかたかにぽんチェッポカムイエシのえふんえふん。
ありがとうございます。
Stefan's journey through Daisetsuzan National Park was one filled with unique experiences.
but I've had a really nice couple of days exploring this area and learning about the people and the culture with the beautiful nature. And for me personally, learning about the Ainu culture was really interesting. So I am left with really fond memories of Daisetsu-san National Park.
New technology for fresh food distribution. A QR code on a fish? The data is added to your smartphone. It's part of an innovative new effort to utilize the latest technology for fish transportation logistics, where freshness is vital. Sushi and sashimi, extremely popular among visiting tourists, are part of Japan's food culture. Some fish caught in the morning are airlifted from Japan the same day and served at overseas restaurants at night. To sustain this culinary culture, industry professionals have been innovating logistics to match the technology of the times. The most important factor is temperature control, and a new innovation is on the rise in this field. Because temperature control for individual items while transporting fresh food is not currently possible, the problem of food loss is a major issue. Goto Daisuke works in exporting fresh fish and has high hopes for a solution to this problem through the development of a sensor-equipped QR code. It can display any fluctuation in temperature, and he is working to test this method.
箱の中に温度ロガーを入れて、箱の中の温度を測るってことをやっております。で、どうしてもその箱の中の温度が逸脱してしまったりですとか高くなった場合どうしてるかって言いますと、箱全部が廃棄になってしまうんですよね。もう本当に今までのところで言ったら保冷剤のところが何個入っていたらいいのかっていうのは多分皆さん全く今も分かってないんですよね。なので満タンに多分入れるみたいな形をとってるんですよ。そうすることによって、重さも重くなりますし、そこを、コストもかかりますので、そこが全部お魚に乗ってしまうっていう状況になってますね。
Goto's search for ways to maintain temperature led him to an unprecedented technology made by a high-tech Tokyo manufacturer. They have been collaborating to prove its effectiveness.
ではスキャンします。
This box contains a fish fillet. Its plastic packaging has QR code stickers that can be read by a smartphone. Amberjack can be found in many places around the world and is in high demand for sushi and sashimi. During this proof of concept, a shipment from Tarumizu, Kagoshima Prefecture in southern Japan to Tokyo was tested for temperature fluctuations in the fish. So, how do QR codes on the fish accomplish this?
出荷時にQR コードで個品単位で温度の管理が実現できるシールを貼っておりまして、でそれをこちらに届いた時に専用のスマホのアプリでデータ管理することによって温度の逸脱のチェックをしておりました。
Testing also includes shipping to and selling fish in Singapore. Shipments travel from Tarumizu Fishery to Tokyo's Toyosu Market, then through Singapore's Central Kitchen to arrive at their destination restaurant. They were successfully able to monitor individual products' temperatures throughout the 4 stops. So, how do the QR code labels actually work?
肝はですね、QR コードの真ん中につけてます温度で色が変わるインクになってまして、その名の通り温度で黒から赤に変わることで温度をモニタリングできるというものになります。
The stickers are so sensitive that touching them with your hand immediately changes its color. When applied to a cold drink, the color doesn't change, even when handled the same way.
このインクの部分がですね、直接物に触れてますので、物の温度を拾っているということになります。なのでこの物の温度が温度を逸脱しない限り、ここの真ん中の色は変わらないといったそういった仕掛けになってます。倉庫単位とかコンテナ単位でしか温度が測れなかったっていうものを個品単位でこうちゃんと測れるっていうような、そういったツールを作ったっていうのが、強みになるかなと。
This is the original smartphone app for reading the labels. It can read multiple labels at once, uploading individual location, time checked, and any temperature status change to a server.
保冷剤の適正化によって輸送の重量が減るイコール輸送のコストを削減できるというところ、それから輸送重量に関わる CO2 ですね、これが削減できます。それと保冷剤の廃棄に伴う CO2 というところの環境負荷の低減というところも実現ができる。これは生鮮食品のみならず、医薬品の分野でも叫ばれていることだと思いますので、将来的には医薬分野というところでも貢献できればなというふうに考えております。
素晴らしいものがあるなと思って、これを使わせてもらったら、僕らがやってることもそうですけども、業界全体の改革含めて変わっていくんじゃないかなというのを感じまして、ぜひこれ一緒にやらせてもらいたいですって話をさせていただきました。本当に個別の温度を測れるっていうこの技術と、誰が見ても分かるっていう素晴らしさですよね。この技術を使わせていただいて、日本の産品を世界へ持っていくってことをよりたくさんやっていけたらなと思っています。
Legacy of Tatara in modern steelworks.
The Nihonto, or katana, was once the weapon of the samurai and symbolic of their stature. They are said to be the pinnacle of artistic creation using steel. The material used in making these Japanese swords is not just any iron, but a special steel called tamahagane, known for its strength and flexibility. In Okuizumo, Shimane Prefecture, facing the Sea of Japan, is the world's only steelworks producing tamahagane for Japanese swords. They have carried on the legacy of Tatara steelmaking for over 1,000 years. The technique involves heating iron, sand, and charcoal in a furnace to produce tamahagane. Artisans continue to preserve the ancient, traditional skills and spirit when producing this steel.
我々はこのたたら創業、誠実は美行を生むという言葉の通りですね、誠心誠意取り組んでおるところでございます。
Sincerity creates great steel. Creating the ultimate tamahagane steel requires an uncompromising spirit of sincerity down to the finest detail. This spirit of striving for excellence has been passed down in this region, now influencing modern manufacturing. The origin of this factory is the company that was founded over 120 years ago in 1899 by pioneers of Tatara steelmaking. Today, they produce a special steel by adding ingredients such as nickel to molten iron. This special steel is harder, more heat-resistant, and less prone to rust than ordinary steel, and is of a quality which evokes a modern version of tamahagane. Processed with cutting-edge equipment,
it is used for a variety of purposes, such as razors and automotive parts. What influence does the traditional tatara spirit have when applied to modern manufacturing?
たたらも私たちも生産工程こそ違えど最高峰の素材を生み出すという信念を持っています。
The Tamahagane spirit is very much alive in modern workers. We take a look at their unwavering belief in creating the highest quality materials. Tatara steelmaking requires continuous attention to the furnace and constant adjustments, such as creating currents for air and maintaining its temperature, resulting in tamahagane with minimal impurities. Similarly, Proterial analyzes the metal structure to meticulously remove impurities using advanced methods. In order to meet clients' demands, high-purity steel must be produced. It is remelted down, further eliminating impurities in the material. This thorough attention is the embodiment of the spirit passed down through generations, to never compromise down to the smallest detail. The dedication to detail by skilled operators is exemplified in the operation of large presses, with adjustments made at centimeter precision. Even today, quality materials are made with the expertise and attention to detail of experienced workers, not just relying on machines.
鉄や鋼は非常に正直で私たちのその作業であったり製造工程を色濃く反映します。手を抜いたりだったり作業を省略してしまうと良い鋼ができなくなります。
Recently, their focus has been on producing materials for aircraft engines. The nickel alloys required are rigid and would have been difficult to mold with their existing equipment. Machines such as this 10,000-ton forging press were incorporated into the process. The powerful pressure it can exert is rare anywhere in the world. This immense 10,000-ton pressure forging ensures the high temperature and fatigue strength needed for aircraft engine materials. The Tatara steelmaking spirit is now making its mark in producing advanced materials that ensure safety for aircraft engines and more, supporting modern industry. The traditional Tatara technique, a heritage spanning over 1,000 years, underpins modern manufacturing with an everyday impression on our lives, supporting global industrial development.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching. You can find past segments on our official YouTube channel. Join us again next time on Catch Japan.